Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it. Steph Curry, the 6'3", 190-pound point guard, has played a big role as to why the NBA is what it is today. Everyone is trying to play like the Warriors and copy their play style, but nobody in the world can do that no matter how hard they try, because they don't have that man, the greatest shooter ever to touch a basketball. So Curry and the Golden State Warriors basically have the entire league in a chokehold, and Curry is the one applying all that pressure on every single team's neck. Sure, he may not be the best player on his team, but without a doubt, he's the most important player. He gave Golden State their identity, and he's the engine to their team. He's the one who makes everyone go. Curry's impact for the Warriors and the whole league, in fact, has been impressive as hell, and Curry will for sure go down as a top 5, arguably top 3 point guard to ever play the game. He's had one of the most impactful, impressive NBA careers we've ever seen. Now, a lot of people may disagree with that, and majority of the people who disagree with that are his haters. You know, as a fan, I can okay understand why people hate him. Every now and then when he hits a ridiculous 3 against a team or player that I'm rooting for, he always does some sus boy dance as a celebration after that, and he'd be like, he's moving his waist in ways no man should know how to do. You know, it's just a little showboating like that angers a lot of people. Now, if you're cool and you're like me, you'd feel a little sour for a quick second, but then you'd eventually get over it. And for the others, you know, just because of that, they'd be saying some pretty off the wall stuff. They say stuff like, that's all he can do, shoot, that's all he's good at, and they try to degrade his accomplishments and greatness. But the fact of the matter is, Steph Curry is one of the most accomplished guards in NBA history. He won back-to-back MVP. His second MVP was unanimously first time in NBA history, by the way. And in that season, he averaged 30 points per game on 45% shooting from 3, while taking 11 deep ones per game. And in that same year, remember, keyword statistically, okay? Statistically, the best team ever back in 2016 to a 73-9 record. And he's been winning championships while smashing each and every 3-point record there is. And if he hasn't broken a certain 3-point record already, he will be on the way soon, trust me. In fact, a couple nights ago, he just made the most threes ever in NBA Finals history. He's been doing all of this while winning. You know, Steph's legacy almost seems damn near untouchable because of all his accomplishments and broken records. But there is one category that he's weirdly enough hasn't lived up to. And this category right here is what's holding him back from solidifying himself as a possible top 3 point guard to ever play the game. If you don't know what I'm talking about already, the major flaw with Curry's legacy is the amount of Finals MVP awards that he's won. He don't have any. So that means out of the 2 championships that he's won, soon to be 3, he has not been the best player on his team while doing so. Now, to some people, that really might not be a big deal, but it actually is when you're a top 5 player, arguably top 3 player on the planet. In the 2015 NBA Finals, when the Warriors basically faced the Cavs on one leg and beat LeBron James, Timofey Mozgov, and J.R. Smith in 6 games, Curry averaged 26, 5, and 6 on pretty good efficiency from the field. But he did not end up winning Finals MVP that year. That award ended up going to Andre Iguodala. Now, in this case, I don't really think Andre should have won it. He did do a great job guarding LeBron James, and he held LeBron to only 39% shooting from the field, while being good on the offensive side of the ball as well. And Iggy ended up averaging 16, 6, and 5 on good efficiency. And surprisingly enough, that was enough to edge him over Steph Curry for that Finals MVP award. The next year later, in 2016, during the last 3 games of the Finals, the Warriors had a great chance to close out the series. 3 opportunities, 3 chances, and Curry choked them all. And he shot 36% from the field during that stretch. If Curry just had one more good game in him, not only does his team win the NBA championship that year, but he for sure wins the Finals MVP also. And in the 2017 NBA Finals, we all know what happened. Curry performed actually really well, and he averaged 27, 8, and 9 on great efficiency. But the problem here is that his teammate, the second best player in the world, Kevin Durant, got in 35, 8, and 5 on stupid efficiency from the field. And there was no way in hell that Curry would win a Finals MVP over that man. Okay, so here we are right now today, and in the making of this video, game 3 has already passed by. Right when we think that this year might be Curry's year to win that Finals MVP award, he screws it up. Right after that 29-point performance in game 1 and a record-breaking 9 3-pointers in game 2, it seemed like it was finally going to be his year. But no, that actually isn't the case after game 3. Curry was in the lead for that Finals MVP award, but not anymore. He let that lead slip away from his hands. Because of Kevin Durant's crazy 43, 13, and 7 night, Kevin Durant ended up carrying the entire Warriors squad, while Curry only had 4 points leading up to last night's 4th quarter. And he finished the game with only 11 points, shooting 18% from the field and 10% from the 3-point line. Yeah, it's wraps, and he blew it now, man. There is still a slight possibility Curry could win it over Durant, but bro, I don't know if he's capable of being better than that man KD. If the Warriors... What am I talking about? When the Warriors win, it would be now 3 times in Curry's career when he won a championship and wasn't the best player on his team when doing so. Dude, for real, that would hurt. That would really hurt. He may not care himself because he's winning and he really shouldn't care, but for people like us, since we like to dissect and pick apart certain players, this is gonna be what's holding Curry back from being higher than he should be on that all-time great list. Don't get it twisted now, alright? Curry's achievements are still phenomenal, and I don't think anyone anytime soon will be able to do what he does on the basketball court. He's a transcendent player with a transcendent talent. But you know, that Finals MVP award on his resume would just sweeten things up a little bit more and make his portfolio a lot more attractive. Curry still has a slight chance to get his stuff back together and have another crazy game, but the problem is that Kevin Durant could most likely do so too. If you take a look at these two stats, Curry is at a huge disadvantage. He's only averaging 24.6 rebounds and 7 assists per game, but on horrible efficiency because of game 3, he's only shooting 35% from 3 and the field. But for KD on the other hand, due to him being stupid efficient these last 2 games, he's averaging 32, 10, and 7 on 57% shooting from the field and 48% shooting from 3. This man KD is lapping Curry when it comes to the Finals MVP race. And by just looking at the stats alone, it's not even close right now. This category right here is one of the few weaknesses and flaws that Steph Curry has on his resume. He'll probably have a couple more Finals appearances these next few years because the Warriors don't look like they'll be going anywhere anytime soon. But the likelihood of Curry getting one over Durant is really slim. You know, now that I really think about it, KD getting the Finals MVP for however long over Curry really wouldn't be that bad, and I don't think it should really affect him that much because that's how it's supposed to be. Durant is the best player on the Golden State Warriors, and there is no question about that. What really hurts Curry though is what happened back in 2015 and 2016. The year Iguodala won that Finals MVP, and of course the year when they blew the 3-1 lead. Those are one of the very few blemishes and flaws that Curry has on his legacy. But hey, the Cleveland Cavaliers could end up winning game 4, and that could give Curry a chance to redeem himself and keep his Finals MVP chances alive. But this is the end of the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is gonna win the Finals MVP this year? But yeah, man, like I said, this is the end of the video. I really appreciate you for watching, and I get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the surf, free the way, told my girl who'd ever thought.